What's up, everyone? So we're back at it today, and we're talking about the Botslab G980H. Now, if you've been shopping around for a 4K dash cam recently, you know the market is absolutely flooded with options that promise AI features and crystal clear night vision. But as we always say, specs on a box don't mean much until you actually get the thing on the windshield. We've been testing this unit to see if the AI hype actually translates to real-world utility or if it's just another gimmick. We'll put the updated price and purchase link down in the description so you can follow along. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's begin. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the install, let's talk about what you're actually getting for your money. Botslab didn't skimp on the accessories here. Inside the box, you've got the main 4K unit, the rear camera, and the car charger with a generous 3.5-meter cable. They also threw in 2 electrostatic films, along with a couple of spare 3M adhesive pads and a 64GB micro SD card pre-installed, though the system can actually handle up to 256GB if you want more storage. You also get a handy installation pry tool, which you'll definitely need for hiding those wires, and a cleaning cloth to prep your glass. It's a complete kit, so you won't be running to the store for extra parts halfway through the setup. Speaking of setup, getting this thing connected was surprisingly smooth. We fired up the app, saw the G980H appear on the screen immediately, clicked Get Started, and boom, we were connected. No messing around with failed Bluetooth handshakes or Wi-Fi loops. To mount this rig, you want to make sure your windshield is absolutely spotless. We always carry a microfiber cloth and some glass cleaner for this, because if there's even a little bit of grease or dust, that adhesive isn't going to hold up in the summer heat. Once the glass is clean, you're going to place the included static sticker right below the rearview mirror. You want to keep it away from any tinted sections or those little black dots, the frit, because the sticker needs a smooth surface to grip onto. The mount itself uses a 3M adhesive pad that sticks directly to that static sticker. You want to press it firmly to ensure a strong bond. We actually really like this system because it makes the setup dismountable. If you ever need to move the camera to another car or just take it down, you peel off the static sticker rather than fighting with rock-hard adhesive residue on your glass. The camera slides into this mount, which keeps the profile relatively low. Once it's physically on the glass, use the camera's screen to preview the field of view. You want to adjust it for the best position. Basically, you want a good amount of hood in the shot for perspective, but mostly road. Then, grab the included pry tool. You're going to neatly route the power cable along the headliner and down the vehicle trim. Be careful here. You want to avoid leaving any loose wire that could snag, and definitely stay clear of the curtain airbags. For the rear camera, it's the same drill. Attach the rear camera's cable to the main unit, run it all the way to the back of the car, and position it on the rear windshield. Again, make sure that glass is clean for optimal adhesion. The routing path should basically go from the front unit, along the headliner, past the B and C pillars, and to the back glass. It takes a bit of elbow grease, but a clean install is worth it. Now that the hardware is in place, we can do some final adjustments. Since this is marketed as an AI dashcam, we wanted to see how useful that actually is. You'll need to calibrate its ADAS, or the Advanced Driver's Assistance Systems, from the Driver's Assistance panel in the menu. Turn on the camera to check the live view and adjust the physical angle of the lens for optimal coverage. You'll see a red line indicator and some on-screen buttons. Use those to align the horizon and the hood line precisely. This calibration is crucial. If the camera doesn't know where the road is, those AI features are going to be firing off false alerts constantly. Once that's dialed in, we're good to go. Now, to access the parking monitor feature, of course you gotta hardwire it just like any other dash cam. You can't just run this off the cigarette lighter if you want it watching your car while you sleep. The hardwire kit should look standard if you've done this before. You've got a black wire for ground, a yellow wire for AC or accessory power, a red wire for VCC or constant power, and a micro USB to connect to the dash cam. For tools, a basic screwdriver and a multimeter should be all you need. First, locate your fuse box. In most cars, it's going to be somewhere around the passenger seat footwell or under the glove box, but this varies wildly depending on your vehicle, so check your manual. Using your multimeter, you need to identify 2 specific fuses. First, check for a 12-volt constant power source. This is a fuse that stays hot even when the car is completely off and the key is out. Second, find the ACT power source, which is a fuse that is only live when the ignition is turned on. Now we've got two options here. If you want the camera to wake up and record if someone hits you while parked, you need the full setup. Connect the yellow wire to that ACT power source you found. Then connect the red wire to the constant power source. This lets the camera draw a tiny bit of power to stay in sleep mode and wake up when the G sensor is triggered. Finally, attach the black wire to a suitable grounding point, usually an unpainted metal bolt on the chassis. Now, if you don't care about parking mode and just want the camera to turn on when you drive, you can simplify it. Connect both the red and yellow wires to the ACT fuse and the black wire to ground. This way, the camera cuts power completely when the car is off. Once you've made your connections, route the rest of the wire from the fuse box up to the dash cam, concealing it within the trim or headliner for a neat installation. When you plug it in and turn the car on, if the hardwire kit is successfully installed, you'll see a specific power icon appear on the screen, confirming it's pulling from the fuse box. Let's talk about what really matters, the video quality. The G980H uses a 4K Sony Starvis sensor, and we have to say the footage is clean and nice. It's got 170-degree field of view, which is super wide, basically seeing from A-pillar to A-pillar. The color balance is good, it doesn't look too washed out or overly saturated. In daylight, the basic features work well. Number plates are readable when you're stopped or moving at slow speeds, and I think the AI enhancement is actually visible here. However, while it's good, we think we've seen better 4K implementations on more expensive units. It's solid, but not mind-blowing. The rear footage is a bit of a mixed bag. In daylight, it looks clean and does the job perfectly for rear-end collisions, but honestly, it struggles a bit, but workable at nighttime. Then there's the ADAS, the driver's assistance stuff. It gives you warnings for things like pedestrian ahead, front vehicle starting, or if you're following too closely. Let's be real for a second, the accuracy still ain't the best. It tends to be a bit sensitive. If your car already has these features built in, you should definitely just turn the dashcam's version off, because having two systems beeping at you gets pretty annoying after a while. You'll get simple alerts like pedestrian ahead or warnings that the distance between you and the car in front is too close. It even has a fatigue driving warning if you've been on the road too long. But honestly, I think anyone with a basic sense of driving should already have that muscle memory. You should know if you're tailgating someone. If you really need a dash cam to tell you that you're about to rear-end the guy in front of you, you probably shouldn't be on the road in the first place. It's a nice party trick, but don't rely on it to save your life. Other than that, you've got the standard features. Lane departure warning is there, and loop recording works as expected, overriding old footage so you never run out of space. So where does the Botslab G980H land? It's a capable 4K system that nails the basics. The mounting system is great, the app connectivity is frustration-free, and the front video quality is sharp enough for insurance purposes. The hardwiring process is standard, and having the option for parking surveillance is always a win. However, the rear camera struggles at night, and the ADAS, or driver's assistance features, feel more like marketing fluff than essential safety tools. If you're looking for a set-it-and-forget-it 4K camera and you don't mind turning off the chatty AI features, this is a solid pickup. So that's the breakdown on the Botslab G980H. It's clean, it's wide, and it's got the resolution, even if the AI is a bit of a gimmick. We'll put the purchase link and any discount codes we find down in the description. If you have any questions about the hardwiring or the fuse box taps, drop a comment below and we'll help you out. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more no-nonsense gear reviews. Other than that, we hope you all have a simple day. Peace!